Hi guys, my name is Mohammad Shehzad and today we are going to install PowerScale Virtual Edition like Isilon virtual 4 node cluster, and we will walk step by step. So I made this one topology so you guys can understand that PowerScale, how we can install and make a lab. Basically this is infrastructure. I made it for the corporate, small business, medium business and corporate sectors. Even bigger companies is like that. So we will having a one domain controller, okay, where we can configure the delegations, where we can configure the our you can say SMB server host names and SMB shares and everything, because the domain controller is important for PowerScale. So we can do some other required configurations on the domain controller. This is the second part after the installation. Then we have one core switch. This is in the topology connected with our top of the rack switches, and then we have a 4 node cluster. Actually this is a one chassis. Nowadays PowerScale coming different models with the one chassis, and this is node 1 right to left, node 2, 3 and 4. So backend switch like a smart fabric switch or any Dell switch. This is a backend switch which required internal cluster communication, is coming connected with the SAS cable, the DAC cables, quad SFP cables, like that. Different models coming with the different SFPs and different type of cables. So this is the backend, and this switch is out of the network, corporate network, because this is only deal with the 4 nodes to handle the cluster, to communicate nodes with each other for the cluster. Okay, and then there is some external management connections going to our management switch, and some external, you can say, aggregation links. You can make a port channels, because there is two sometimes they are using 2 switches also top of the rack, and 2 backend switches redundant way. But our focus is today's installation and configuration virtually. So this is the topology. You can understand and you can see if there is any confusion or you are not understanding, just send me a comment or message. I will try to reply. Okay, so let's go do the configuration. So we will use Windows Workstation, VMware Workstation for this type of configurations. So as of now we will having a one switch only. We'll connect all our 3 interfaces. Like in this PowerScale, you required one management external side connections, and there is backend 3 connections like internet A into B, so, and failover link. Okay, so we'll go back into our workstation, and one side we will install domain controller. So create a new virtual machine. Next, location is okay, I have enough, and I will install the operating system later. We'll make a Windows 22 server, and we'll name it domain controller RDC1. Okay, next, and the 40 GB are enough. Okay, finish. Okay, before I turn it on, I want you to, we can see here, I want you to look at it here. I'm connecting my host machine, the workstation, also with want to connect with the VMware. So you guys can do one thing. From here you can install first loopback adapter, which I have already installed in my computer, Microsoft loopback adapter. Here you go, this one you can install. And if you don't know, there is one of my video how to install Microsoft loopback adapter. You can go in the list and my video list and check how to install. and this one we will link inside the VMware Workstation. So how we can do that? If you come here in the networks, so in the networks we will see, go to the change settings. In the change settings, if you see the 0 VMnet 0, I bridged with my loopback adapter to the laptop. Okay, so sorry about the noises, because it's my birds backside of my computer, so they are a bit noisy. Okay, anyway, so this is connected to our VMnet 0, and I bridged with my computer PC's loopback adapter. Okay, you got it. Okay, so we'll go for this one, added give a workstation trial version I have already with me, so we will go choose ISO. We can select operating systems I have. There is Windows 22. This one, server evaluation. Okay, evaluation version, so we'll use it. Okay, secondly, we'll change the adapter settings also, as I told you. So NIC card will also connect with our VMnet 0, because my loopback is also connected, so my laptop can ping and take a remote of this domain controller. Okay, that's the domain controller ready. Okay, so it will start Windows 22 installation. Okay, so meanwhile this is installing. I have downloaded the virtual edition of Isilon, which is this one. You can, OVF file is available. So if I see the type, you can see this is the file, and OVF file is here. So this is OVF file, so we can just open in the workstation. Okay, this is our DC. Let it proceed, and then I will install. It's 2019, it's okay. Okay, just wait, it will take little time, and standard edition is enough for us to do this PowerScale lab. Here we go. Next, I'll use this one. Apply. Okay, next. Okay, it will install. So we can, meanwhile we can deploy our rack and stack, you can say, our Isilon nodes here. So I'll make 4 node cluster. So let's open into the file, open, go to the downloads, and the same OVF 9.4.0. there is 9.5 also available, you can check, but as when I downloaded this one, it was 9.4. Open. Okay, what is the virtual name? We'll say PowerScale -N1. I'll copy this one, copy and import. So it will import. So just 2-3 minutes it will take, and then your first node will be ready, and we will change the NIC cards, and then we will start cluster configuration. See, it's automatically created a lot of disks inside, and 6 GB RAM, 2 processors, and all these drives, and 3 NIC cards, external and then internal, and then the aggregation one. So what we will do, because we are not going to, it's a virtual environment and lab environment, so we'll give all 3 to our VMnet 0. Okay, so all is with VMnet 0. Okay, so all are changed. Okay, and we'll create another one. That's it. We'll create second node, so we'll make it N2. Same, import. Okay, it will take a little time. And second node, Isilon PowerScale is ready. Okay, you can see the second is also ready. Just added the virtual machine and change the NIC cards. Okay, it's already selected 0, so I will go for 0. Okay, let's go for third node. We can deploy a third node. So I will say 3. So I'm using my laptop for this lab. Sometime when all 4 nodes will start, it will be a little slow. But if there is a longer one, I will pause the video and I will come back again. But as of now, it's going good. Okay, we have a node 4. Okay, so we have 3 and 4 nodes. Let's change the 3's nodes, number 3's NIC cards also to our 0, NIC 0. Okay, apply, and as well as our 4. I'll change the node 4 also. 1, 2, 3. Also 3. Okay, that's great. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll give this IP address to our laptop, this one 50.10, and 24 subnet mask. I will give the IP address to my laptop, so when the cluster is ready for Isilon, so we can ping the cluster. So this is the Ethernet loopback which is connected to our VMware workstation. I will give IP to this loopback, so I can go there. So we need 5010. This is 50 and 10. Oh, sorry, 20 or 50. It's a 50. Yeah, 5010, and gateway also will be 5. And this one, domain controller, we have given 100. So I'll give the domain controller 100. Okay, because my wireless also connected, so it's gave the okay. So this is ready. Let's see the status of the domain controller. It's getting ready also. Let's start this first node and then second node. I will make a cluster. So see, the disk and everything is down here. So meanwhile, our first IP let's configure, then we will walk step by step. Okay, so this node will take a little time. Meanwhile, it's booting up. I will pause the video and I'll come back. Okay, our first node is booted up. So let's see, it's saying about to format IFS partition for all the drives. We say yes. We will say yes. Okay. So it will format all the drives, and then it will take us to the next step to configure the cluster. Meanwhile, it's taking time. We will check our DC wherever we are. Okay, our domain controller Windows is installed. I will give a password and make it ready. Okay. Okay, so we'll go back to our, see, it's still formatting. It will format all the drive bays. Back to DC, we'll install the VMware tools. Install VMware tool. It will connect to the and we can verify. After that we'll give the IP address first also, so we can, I'll do this one, close, and this one also we can close. So we'll go to the VMware tools, let's back to our PowerScale. Let's see. Okay, see, it's ready for the creating cluster or joining. This option is ready, so we'll go here, next, so this one, our domain controller Windows is ready. After this it will ask for restart, so VMware tool will be ready. Okay, meanwhile we'll go in our PowerScale. Node 1 is booted up, and I will start the second node also. Power on all the nodes. Second, let's power on third, let's power on fourth also, and we are back on 1. Let them power on. Okay, good. So our domain controller, so we'll give a IP address, and then it will be ready. I'll change the name also, DC1. And after IP address and ping, I will start pinging here 192.168.50.100, our domain controller. Sorry. Okay, so we'll ping, we'll check the ping. When it's ready, we'll give a, okay, so we will start again. Okay, I will give a IP address as well as the change the server name, and we will turn off the firewall. Okay, local computer. Here see the random name, so we'll change to DC1. First of all, we can turn off the firewall. I'll turn off all. After domain is, then we will go for domain controller turned on. Okay, so firewalls are off. Let's fix IP address. I will turn off IPv6 also. We are using IPv4 only, so better. Okay, 192.168.50.100. As of now we don't have a gateway, but we can give. Okay, that's good. Let's see if it is pinging. .192.168.50.100. See if it is still. Okay, our still public is on. Here is one, that's why it's not replying. Okay, see, so our domain controller we can ping from our laptop. Great. So, okay, now I'll change the computer name also, so it will ask for reboot. DC1. Okay. Okay, finish and restart now. Okay, so let it restart. Now we'll start building PowerScale cluster. Let's go for one. Okay, here you can see there is 1, 2, 3, 4 options, so we'll go with one option, number 1. Okay, So create a new cluster, enter. It will ask for the license agreement. Okay, accept, yes, enter. Okay, now it's asking for the root password. We'll give a confirmation for the root password. Now it will ask for the admin password. We'll give a admin password. Again, we will give admin password. Okay, enter a new name for the cluster. So we'll say PowerScale cluster 1 CL1. Okay, PowerScale CL1. CL1, enter. Okay, proceed with the PowerScale 1, yes, enter again. Now UTF use, we will use 8, always use 8. Okay, now see, here is asking for our first, this range for the int A. So int A, these are all backend, cluster is using this backend IPs. So we will use same range, this one 10.1 for int A. So we'll say set a mask first, 1.255.255.0, mask is set. Okay, so we'll go, if you want to change the MTUs, you can change. Okay, default is 1500. Okay, now we'll go for option 3. There is configure INT A IP range 3. Okay, number 1, add the range. So is asking for lowest IP 10.10.10.1. now highest IP 10.10.10.5 or 10. It's depend on the nodes. We have 4 nodes, so we use till 5. Okay, so 5, this is set. Okay, keep this one. Okay, now our configure interface INTA is configured with the subnet mask, with the MTUs, and with the IP range. So we'll go hit enter again. Now it will ask for the secondary failover. Okay, so we'll go for option 2, enter. Okay, so it is asking for the configuration, same mask, option 1. We'll go for 255.255.255.0. okay, mask is set. Second is, I will choose 2 for the int B. Okay, add range, I will choose 1. So 10.10.11.1 is the lowest. If you see in the presentation, I'm configuring now this one, 11. So first was 10 subnet series, and the second one is 11. So we'll go 11, 1 is lowest. Okay, so and 5 is highest. Okay, the int B is configured, yes. So see, now we'll go for option 3 for our failover IP. Okay, so I will enter a range. So we'll use here 12 like we have in the presentation. See, our failover. Okay, so we'll go for lowest range 10.10.12.1, lowest and highest is 5. Enter. Okay, our B is also set, configured, enter. Now you can see our all ranges are configured. So failover also configured, subnet mask configured. We'll hit enter again. Okay, yes, we will hit enter again. Yes, all configure, primary A and B. Now is asking for external interfaces. So first, in external interface, our MGMT, we will configure that, which one is here. So these links we will configure, and we will give the IP address. Again, we can start. It's also a range because it will give to the lowest we will use 50, and we will use maybe 20. Okay, low, and 192.168.50.24, or we can use from 21 because 4 nodes only, so high end. And SIP we will use service IP 192.168.50.25 is a service IP. Okay, SIP. Smart Connect IP, we call it Smart Connect IP or SIP IP. Okay, so we'll use this one. Okay, let's go back to our. Okay, so we'll use one, enter. Here we go. We'll set subnet mask, network mask 255.255.255.0, enter. Now we'll go for MTUs, already selected, no need. If you want to change, you can hit enter, and then by default is 1500, and second you can choose 9000 also. So by default I'll go for external IP. Okay, so first option for adding a range. So lowest IP 192.168.50.21 is lowest, 24 is the highest. Okay, so it's configured, enter, done. Okay, done. So default gateway 192.168.50.1, enter. Now we have to give a smart zone name, Smart Connect zone name. If you want, you can give, like we can give, it's Smart Connect PowerScale, or later on also you can give. And CL1 dot, we'll make a home lab domain dot local, so I'll give a fully qualified domain name. Okay, home lab we will create PowerScale CL1 dot home lab dot local, so we'll create this one. Okay, Smart Connect IP is now we'll give a Smart Connect IP, SIP IP, name is done. So 192.168.50.25, which we reserve here. If you see in our presentation, this one SIP IP 25. Okay, so we'll go back, enter. Okay, Smart Connect setting is done. We'll go for here. Now it's asking for DNS. We will have our DNS. If you have more than one DNSs, you can put comma and then add the second IP for the next one. As we know, our domain controller is 100. We are going to give 100. Already we set 100. So 50.100, enter. DNS is done. Next. External interfaces are done. We already done. Okay. And now time zone, if you want, you can give your NTP server and configure, or manually also you can date and time configure. So we'll go. Okay, hit enter. Okay, now cluster, configure cluster joining mode. Like the other nodes, you want to select automatically secure or manual. So by default is manual, so always prefer to go with the manual, so you can join one by one cluster, your node to the cluster. So we'll already manual, you can type, you can press 1, or you can hit enter, it will go manual. Enter. Okay, this is the proper summary, which what we have configured everything, and now is asking you want me to commit the changes, so he will make the cluster. So we'll say yes, we already read. Okay, so now it will start building a cluster. So it will take a little time, and then it will ping will come here, our cluster ping 192, because first node is ready, so it will give IP like 21 to first node. hit enter. So our ping will start here because we are also connected our laptop to the this lab. So ping will start here when this cluster is ready. So meanwhile it will take a little time. I will pause my video, and when it's here with the cluster name, we'll check the status and then we'll proceed. So meanwhile I will close my video, pause my video, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, as of now our cluster HTTP service is ready. It's making that ready. Ping is here, so IP is assigned. As we know, it is the first node. We give a range 21 to 24, so first node is up, and a cluster gave a 21 to this node. Okay, so we'll check meanwhile our web browser. So we'll go https /192.16850.50.21:8080 is a port. Let's see if the cluster is ready. It will give us the, still there is service on the back. It's running. We'll check. We'll wait for the here until the prompt is coming here as a like cluster name and login. We'll check the status again. We have to wait a little and see, syntax is okay, messages, all settings are going on. We'll make a refresh. Our ping is there. Maybe the web service is still not yet started on the back, so we'll wait for that. Okay guys, see, our login prompt is here, so we will go with the root, check for that, and password. During the configuration we gave the password, and let's see. Okay, it started and it's saying PowerScale 1FS 9.4.0.0. okay, little time and it gave us the prompt. Okay, see, we are logged, so we can say status. It will show us the ESI status if everything is ready. See, okay, so no here, no other job, nothing. So virtual one cluster one our node is ready. So we can open a GUI also at this time. I'll do refresh. Still ping is coming. Let's see. Okay, so web service is back on this cluster is ready. We'll proceed with this. Here is our first login. So we'll log in with the admin and the same password with during our configuration we set. We'll use it, and we will have our dashboard, cluster status, and the nodes and rest of the things we will do from here. And cluster capacity also you can see. Because still it's a new cluster, still on the back end. It will take a little time because all 4 nodes and 1 domain controller is running on my laptop, and we can see the laptop utilization. See, the CPU is 100% sometime. Performance of the CPU, now it's went back to the 53, 40%, 80, 57% is our memory. Okay, still calculating smart quota. Okay, so we'll go into the cluster status. We'll see our capacity and everything, total capacity with the single node. Now remember, we haven't joined the other 3 nodes yet. Okay, here you go, storage efficiency. There is the total available storage, 78 GB with the 1 node, and 1 node status is, our cluster status is green. Okay, and 1 node is there, only 1 node, which is also green. So node status, if you can check. Okay, node is green and one node is ready now. So other things from cluster, here you can see the network configurations. If we go into the network configuration, it will show us the configuration which we set for internal, external and IFS details. Here is the external network, and by default there is a one group net which created by default. See, subnet 0, which is our, and pool also there from 21 to 24, which we configure there. And if you go internal networks, so internal network also will be calculated, and come back here. Okay, here you go, A network A settings, and here is B and failover settings. Okay, so we'll go back to the cluster overview, and then cluster, here is cluster status. So let's join another our node. So I'll go to node 2. Here is also same, is saying you're gonna partition, format all the partitions. Yes, let it format. And third also we will do same, format, and fourth also I will do format. Yes. Okay, let's go back to second one, and it will give us again the reading the full that one user agreement, and then till 100. And then after that, when it's come on a cluster, create a cluster or join a cluster, it's just we will choose join a cluster now this time. So you have to make a one time the cluster settings, and then later on you can join as much required, as many nodes with the cluster. Okay, formatting started. Similarly, the third node will also started the formatting. Fourth node also. First node is there here. So let it start and format the drives, and when it's come on the options where it give us the join to the cluster or create to the cluster, I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, so it came here after that. So this time we will join, we already created the cluster, so we'll choose option 2, join an existing cluster. We will hit, and you can see it discovered via internal links that there is a one cluster named PowerScale CL1. So we'll choose one only because there is a one cluster, enter, and it will start joining the cluster. So it will take little time to join the cluster. Okay, a little taking time, we have to press one more time. Sometime it's not reachable, it will say, or we need to restart maybe. Still okay, now it's joining now. Sorry, I was pressing 2, it should be 1. Okay, now it started because first it will find with the communication. Okay, it's joining. Let's go to the second node. Second node also ready. We'll press 2, join. Cluster is 1, enter. Okay, it's went into the, okay, we'll do one by one. Let's wait if there is, so we can join together also this time, or we can do, it's better to wait for the join one by one. This one is first, second node is joining, that's why. Third node we will wait for the second node to be joined. So cluster will give us the, so meanwhile we'll ping here second node that it got the IP address or not. So when it's ready, the second node will also be having a ping here, second ping. See, it's got the IP address, and it will start pinging. still the cluster is getting ready. This is the second one. See, setting up everything. Now it's being stable. It's already got the IP from the cluster, and it will this one also, see, session expired because the cluster is still not ready because the second node is joining. Until here we will see the command prompt, like the login prompt, PowerScale CL1 login. Then we will open a GUI again and we'll check the status of the second node. Things are there. We'll wait here for a little. I'll pause the video and I'll come back. Okay, our second node is also joined. It took time because we didn't created the domain yet, so it was searching for the domain also. So let's see the status, and now we can log in with our GUI also because second node is also joined. Second node, here it is. Let's check the status. And my laptop also getting CPU is 100%, touching to the 100%. See the CPU. Anyway, so both are successful. Here is our, everything is fine. Let's check the GUI. And let's see if this GUI is also running. So meanwhile we can check what are the RAMs and other stuff allocated to these virtual machines, the CPUs. Okay, 2 CPUs, number of processors 1, total processor core 2, number of processors 2 also. So we will make it 1 1 1, so then hopefully it will be fine. Let's see that. That's why it's taking time because okay, into the cluster status. Since my CPU is getting high and high. It is loading. I will pause the video until this page is loading, and then we'll shut down the cluster, and then we will reduce the CPUs, and then we'll proceed with again the less CPUs. Okay, I have shut down the 2 nodes, so my processor get little have a relief. See, 70 now, 60, 69. So our web page is also ready. So make sure you have enough resources to run this lab. This my Core i7 and with 32 GB RAM. Okay, so we go node status. This is the cluster status. See, now we have more space. Physical is this, available 156 GB, and these are the nodes 1 and 2. So we'll go in a hardware configurations. Still our CPU is getting high, touching with the 100. Now 63, 70 something. Still loading the drives, and we'll go in cluster. See, Okay, nodes. And we'll shut down the cluster. Yes, shut down. Here is the button. Hardware cluster, shut down the cluster. It is shutting down the cluster. We'll see when this is down, so we'll decrease the CPUs. It will take a little time to shut down the cluster. Meanwhile, I will pause the videos and we'll come back. It seems like getting down. See, it's still shutting down. First and second. Okay, this one is down, and this node also now getting down. Okay, second node also getting down. The first node I will add it and we'll make the CPU as a 1 only. Okay, and second also down, so we will make the second node also CPU 1. Okay, so let's turn it on again with one CPU. Hopefully it will work, not mess up our lab. Second also powered on. Second we will just power down later. Let's see the behavior of the first. If it is all good, cluster is back, then we'll turn on the second one. I just put the ping here, so we will came to know if the node is okay and fine getting up, and we'll monitor our CPU also. Okay, 50, 41%, 31%, 33%. So right now it's okay, very clear with the one node. So let it run, boot it up, and then I'll be back. Okay, we have received the reply now. It means the cluster is getting ready, so it's fine. With the one CPU also this machine can run. Okay, so we'll check the GUI also, refresh. Still the HTTPD service is not yet ready. The login prompt will be here, so then our GUI will be also ready here again. Okay, command prompt is here. We'll go with the root. Okay, that's good. ISI status. Okay, it's saying the node is something wrong. Second node will turn it on. Okay, do refresh. Still the services are not ready yet. So second node we will start, third also we can start. Okay guys, it came back. Unfortunately, my VMware which is Workstation, these nodes are not supporting with one CPU, so must need a second CPU also. So I changed on the 2 CPU back, and now it's fine. So we can see our second node, it's already here. You can check with the second node also. So 2 nodes is joined already, first and second. No, admin. We'll go with admin. Mostly we use as root SSH, and for GUI admin you can use it here as well, but okay guys, here we have our both nodes. Some of the drives are not working, so that one we will check it later. And see, the cluster is ready with 2 nodes. So node status, you can see the node status will be there, the main this node 21 and then 22, you can open it. So rest of the these 2 nodes we will join again. And what I will do, I will make a video again with our ESXi servers. So we'll install these on there because I'm running out of resource on this laptop. So hopefully you guys understand how we can create our cluster with this Isilon, the second node we just joined, and then the third and fourth cluster we cannot, because still there is lack of resources. CPU is getting high on this laptop. So we will proceed with third and fourth node in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If there is any comment or something, kindly send me a message, so I'll try to reply you. Take care. Bye bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching my videos. I would like to give you just a quick introduction about my channel, what we have in this channel. If you go into the videos, you can find a lot of videos which is in English and which is in Hindi, Urdu. It's a mix, so you can find a lot of videos there, how to install security onion, witness server, or how to install always on configuration. There is labs also, and also there is a full course. If you go in the playlist, you will find the full courses regarding the SQL administration and network basics, data center designs, and server administrations. Even you have a lot of videos like virtualization. It's about the VMware and free NAS and Windows Server 2012 administration, Python, and CCNA routing switching is in a Hindi course, and it's almost 29 videos. And then CCNA, CCNP security, and CCNP routing switching, CCNP T-shoot, CCNP switching, CCNA security, C#. A lot of videos related to IT guys who want to get a job in IT. You will find a lot of good videos in my playlist. So just visit and see the courses, and you will learn free. So I'm making the videos regarding different technologies like server storage and cybersecurity, and regarding the networkings. So in cybersecurity you will find a lot of videos regarding NAS, Kali Linux, and Security Onion, a popular tool. So okay guys, I hope you will enjoy my videos. Just visit and find the appropriate lecture which is in your interest. So you will find really good videos, and see WSS monitoring, a lot of videos about the Microsoft servers and other stuff. So it's a good channel for the guys who want to do job in IT field, and there is a lot of videos on this channel, around 500 videos I have in this channel, so you guys can go and learn about the different technologies. Okay, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye.